everyone, Tracy here. I'm going to share with you some scrapbooking layouts and some cards that I did. And I'm really proud of myself because I actually even have photos on these ones. So according to my daughter, they are totally complete. She always tells me a layout isn't complete unless it has photos on it. So these ones all have photos on it. So the Scrapbook Cottage put on a 2-day virtual crop. And I think every year they put on a creative gathering, is what they call it. They put on this creative gathering event, but because of lockdowns and COVID, they decided to do a virtual one. And I am very thankful they did, because we live in different provinces. The Scrapbook Cottage, they are in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and Steinbeck, Manitoba, and I'm in Ontario, so I could never attend one in person anyway. I was so excited when they actually opened this up for whoever wanted to join them. So the Scrapbook Cottage was actually offering kits for purchase, and if you lived in Steinbeck or Winnipeg, you can pick them up. And if you lived elsewhere, they would have actually mailed them out to you. But by the time I heard about this event, it was too late to get them mailed out. And I just grabbed my own supplies and made up my own kits for their classes. Now for the sketches, they posted these sketches and then say you had an hour and a half to do the layout and the card. So those I just kind of went and did, you know, at the last second. I was picking out papers and printing up my photos too for those layouts. So because this event was jam-packed with challenges and classes, I only got actually 2 classes completed, but I finished all of the sketches. There were 7 sketches for 7 cards and 7 layouts, and I got them all done. Well, actually more. If you count a double page layout as 2 layouts, well, then I got 13, because one was a, let me see, yeah, I think only one was a single page sketch, so I would have 13. Ooh, that's a bad luck, that's an unlucky number. Anyway, let me share with you the layouts I did. Okay, so let me share with you the layouts I did. So here is the sketch for the card, and here is my take on the card. And this card, this beautiful Prima paper, when I was at another crop, Julie, my friend Julie, table mate, she was making mini albums, and the pages, that leftover pieces of this Prima paper, were too small for what she was doing, so she was going to discard them. She makes cards now, but I don't know if she made cards then. And I'm like, what? No way, those are beautiful. So she goes, if you want them, take them. So I did, and I got quite a bit of stuff done. I actually even, I think, made a mini album out of her scraps, like a very tiny mini album. And then I also made some layouts and some cards in here. So there's the first card for the sketch. So there's the sketch. There's my card. And I fussy cut this butterfly out of the paper, and then I just popped it on there. So there is the card for sketch number 1, and here is the sketch. In her sample piece, all of these stripes was a different piece of paper, so she layered them on, where I did my stripes across. So there's my 2-page layout. So because in the sketch they were on the top and then on the bottom diagonally, I did mine on the top and the bottom here. So here is the first one, and this was last Christmas, and this is some pretty old paper. I want to say this might be Recollections paper. And then this here, I just fussy cut this. This banner was on another piece of paper, and I just fussy cut those out. And then the stars, I just punched the stars out. But I don't think it really needs a title, but I might do a little bit of journaling on this one. So those were from sketch number 1. And then sketch number 2. And obviously I'm trying to do my Christmas stuff because these ones are Christmas, both of them. So here is my card, and I went with more of a spring theme to it. So there's the sketch, there's my card, and this is very old 6x6 papers. And then for my layout, here is the sketch, and here is my layout. And this is some old graphic 45 papers that I usually hoard. like, I don't even think this was cut into, this pack was even like cut into. And this one I actually do have some journaling done. And then the title. So that is sketch number 2. And the background paper has some texture to it. I don't know if you can tell. No, not really. But it does. It has some texture to it. So that was sketch number 2. And yeah, you didn't have much time. This was like a marathon of scrapbooking. Like somebody had said it was like the amazing race of scrapbooking. That's what my friend, I think Ingrid, said that. So sketch number 3. There's my card. And this again was that really pretty Prima paper that my friend gave me. And then I just punched out the butterfly. And then here is the layout. And what I did was I had to turn the layout on its side for the way that my photos were positioned. So this is my oldest daughter, Ashley. She's a photographer, and these are her children, my adorable grandsons. And she always has these great photo shoots. Well, she had this idea for this photo shoot with the boys, and so my husband and I, we set up our old tree outside. This was at her in-laws. They weren't in town, so we went to her in-laws because they live in the country and there's trees all behind them. So we set up our old Christmas tree outside, decorated it. She set it all up, and it was so flippin' cold that day. Look at this. This little guy's just crying, like, no, I don't want to be here. And then Sawyer, he tried so hard. This is Dawson. Sawyer tried so hard to smile and do everything his mom wanted to do. But the poor kid, you can see in his face, it's like, it's too cold. Please let me just go. So that's this one. I had to document that because that's so cute. She did get good pictures, even though the boys weren't having it. Oh no, I just seen my ink. I printed all these out recently. I noticed on one of my layouts the ink smeared. So this is sketch number 4, obviously. I like this girl here, so I just made the tag. And I angled it. Theirs is up and down, but I just angled it so you can see more of the bird cages in the background. And then I didn't put the strip of paper. So there's that. And then here is the layout sketch. And here is my layout. And this is my youngest daughter and her boyfriend. They've been dating for 10 years. So this is my take on the sketch. I was debating on if I needed journaling or not, because it's just, oh. And this is with the papers that she was gonna get rid of. Like, I was able to make a 2-page layout, and it's quite beautiful. So here I just did a tag, cut out a tag, and fussy cut these butterflies and pop their wings up. This one doesn't want to stay. Oh, the glue let go, but it does. I do have. Sometimes I don't take the backs off the pop dots if I just want the wings to go up. They don't really need to be pop dotted up, but this one fell off, so apparently it does need to be pop dotted up. So there's that. And then here, so I fussy cut the butterflies out of the paper, and then I fussy cut this little cluster of flowers out as well. So I don't know, does it need journaling? Again, this is my oldest daughter, the photographer, Ashley. She always takes pictures of Blake and Kristy. Well, she takes pictures of everybody, but Blake and Kristy are her models a lot of the time. So that was sketch number 4. Sketch number 5. Oh, I better not touch it because the ink from my printer went on this one and I can't touch it because if I touch it, you know it's going to smear. So here's sketch number 5, the card. And here is the card that I made. This one is quite easy to do because these were cut apart. This was part of the pattern paper I cut out. This was in the paper. So everything here, more or less, besides the enamel dots, was in the paper pack, and I just had to punch them out. Like these, I just punched the circles or cut it out. But I really like how that one turned out. I love the colors on here. I like contrast. I just like a lot of contrast. So that, and then this one here is sketch number 5. And I did my daughter Kristy's birthday. Her last birthday. So there's this 2-page spread here. They wanted, where did they want the title? Oh, they wanted the title down here. But how mine turned out, I put the title up here. And this was an old paper pack I had. I don't even remember the name of it. But this was a very old paper pack. And it was so nice to just use my supplies. Because lately I've been doing a lot of kits. It's funny, I never used to do kits. Then I kind of lost interest a little bit in scrapbooking. I was doing more mini albums. And then when I went to this Crop and Create event, they were selling kits. And their kits are beautiful. I have so many I shared on my blog and YouTube if you wanted to go take a look. So I've done a lot of their kits, and then I just stopped using I kept buying the supplies, but I stopped using my supplies and using the kits. So it was so nice to just dig into some of my very, very old papers. And then these letters, can you see the sparkle in them? They're like a resin, or not resin, I guess more like a plastic, but the sparkles are inside it. Like it's smooth, the sparkles are inside, and they went so beautifully with this pink background. So I'm really happy with that one. And this I should put it this way, because look, the ink that I just printed up from those sketches, it's on there. But I know I'm gonna rub it because that's what I do, and then if I do that, it'll smear. So this is the next one. So sketch number 6. And here is the card. And here's the card I did, and I just made it with leftover papers from this kit here. So very, very simple. And here's the layout. It was a single page layout, but she said, and you got tickets. I'm not exactly sure. I just wanted to play along, but with each kit or each sketch you finished, you got a ticket. And I'm not sure what the tickets actually did. I was just excited to actually feel like I was involved in something. So here's the sketch, and anyway, she said if you made it into a 2-page, you got an extra ticket. So I usually do 2 pages. Well, I should put this here. So it didn't take much for me to do 2 pages. Now this paper, I want to say, is very old. I want to say I probably got it at Archivers. And when I like paper, when I see paper that I like, what I do is, like pattern paper, is I always buy 2 of everything. So I bought 2 of this paper here. This is all one piece. And then this went with that paper. So I bought 2 of these. And then I always buy cardstock. Usually, like this one, I bought this burgundy color. The other side is a lighter pink if I wanted to use either side. And then I think I bought like this greeny color too, because I like to have different options. So this here, this is my daughter and I. This is my oldest daughter, Ashley, the one I said that is the photographer. She'd probably not be happy I'm showing them because we were at camp. And you know, you look like you've been at camp when you're at camp. And it was hers and there's me. I like this picture because the sun is blocking my face. We usually celebrate our birthdays at camp. Our birthdays are in July and they're only 2 days apart. So this is how we usually celebrate them. So camp birthdays is what I titled it. And then we have one more. And this one was the hardest. I don't understand why it was so hard. But once I had the layout together, I'll tell you more about the layout. Anyway, here is the card layout, and they made a long card out of this one. I think the first one they did a long card too. So here's mine. I just used some of the leftover papers, and when I bought these papers here, there was cut aparts in them. So this was a cut apart, and then I just punched the deer head. So that's that card sketch, and then here is the layout. And this is a pretty simple layout. Here's my layout. I just kind of went with the basic placements of the photos for this layout. So the reason this was hard for me is I love contrast, and I do like darker colors, but once I put my pictures on and I had the layout more or less done, and I look back and I'm like, oh, I don't know, are the pictures falling too much into the background? Does it need something else to pop the pictures up? So I cut the barcode off the bottoms. I use these a lot, and there were 2 because they were on the bottoms of these ones. And then what I did, because I needed more, is I photocopied one. Yeah, I do that. And so I was thinking, oh, should I put this up here? And should I put this up here? And then I had enough for the bottom too. Or now, when I did that, I'm like, now your eye goes more to the strips than to the photos. So I didn't add them in the end, and I'm still unsure. So tell me what you think. Do you think the strip should be on? Like, should these deer heads be on or not? I'm still on the fence about that. But anyway, this is a walk we took with my daughter, my son-in-law, and our grandsons to Mission Marsh. That's an area around here, and there's lots of deer there. So we just walked the trails. I was really surprised that the boys just kept walking and walking and walking because they're pretty young. There's one, this is Sawyer, he's 4. And this is Dawson, he's 2. And they just kept walking and playing and running. They had a blast. So, and then again, just like with the card, I just punched out the deer head. I punched out and cut some circles and then did a banner with the deer heads in there. So this one I like. I like how it turned out, but honestly, I'm still not sure. I think I like it like this, but yeah, weigh in and tell me what you think. So those were my layouts. Like, seriously, I had got so much done. It was I think I said it was a 2-day event. And it was fun just being locked in my room down here. I told my family that I am doing this event, and nobody better bother me. Oh, look, this has ink on it too. We'll put it here. So here are all my layouts from the Scrapbook Cottages virtual creative gathering event, and I'm so glad that I did it. A couple of my friends and I actually did it together. I asked our group, I have a group of friends, and I asked them if they wanted to participate online with me, and a couple of them, actually a few of them, had said, yeah, they'll do that. And I was so excited. And one of my friends, Shar, she even took Friday off of work to do it because it ran Friday and Saturday. So she even took Friday off of work. So it was fun to watch the videos and then chat with my friends and see their takes on all of these different sketches as well. And then I think the Scrapbook Cottage said that they might do it again in May. I might be wrong about that. I'm not sure, but I sure hope they do because I seriously had so much fun. I got so much done, and I am so impressed that I have photos on all of my layouts. If you watched my organizing my layouts or too many layouts video, you'll see that I had stacks and stacks of layouts that still need pictures in them. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope you all have a very safe day. I hope you're all well, and I hope you all have a very creative day. So thanks for watching, everybody. Bye now.